obviously. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Do appreciate that. This is kind of a new thing we're doing here in downtown Detroit. We're in the Penobscot building recording these. Great studio here, and it's going to be focusing on local music and local musicians. That's the whole thing. I mean, it is called Detroit Music Station after all. So we're focusing on that, and it'll be a live stream. And of course, there'll be videos playing throughout. So if you are a local musician, and we're talking Southeast Michigan area, the whole area, then make sure you get to DetroitMusicStation.com and send in your videos so we can stream those constantly. That's the whole point, is to promote local music, which I have always loved doing, and still glad I'm able to do that. Now we have just a new way of doing it with the Detroit Music Station. Of course, I've done different things. Still do the Over Easy show on WCSX, and so this is the new venture to promote and feature local musicians. So once again, as the program runs, I'll have a local musician on each week, and this time around, Angela Predum. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Pam.
Thanks for coming in. Do appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Sure. Local musician, of course.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's so much to talk about with things that you've been doing, and of course, as you see, guitar in hand. That's a prerequisite. If you want to be on my show, you have to bring your instrument. We're not just sit here and talk. You have to play. So we'll get to some music in just a few moments. So
Okay.
now I've had you on a show before, the U Detroit show with me.
Yeah.
It's been a few years. Let's just
Yeah.
say that. So things have changed a little bit for you since then, and I want to get to a lot of that. First of all, you let everyone know right off the bat you have a website, AngelaPredum.com.
Spelled like Prudhomme, but with an E. Predhomme.
I think I remember you saying, just remember freedom. Is that
That's how you say it.
Say it, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But it's spelled like, very French, yeah.
Are you French, or is it a French?
Well, I mean, my ancestry is
right.
French. But yeah, there's a more common name that's Prudhomme.
Oh, okay.
Prudhomme, but mine's Predhomme. So
Just you'll learn it.
yeah.
But you have a great website. I wanted to
Thanks.
mention that. So, which is real important for musicians, I would imagine,
yes.
to get the word out there about what you do and your songs and everything. So, I want to read something. Speaking of the internet and your website, I do want to read something here because I thought this was so cool. That how you said, and I want to talk about this in general. You're talking about 2015 and how it was pretty good for you in the music, and we're going to talk about all the different things where your music's been and everything, just amazing. But I like the way you said, this year I proved to myself that will is the answer. If I will it into being, I can make it happen with persistence, patience, love, learning, and dedication to a high quality product. Naysayers and people who don't believe in me are powerless. I write my own destiny. Does that kind of wrap up what 2015 was all about for you?
Yeah, it kind of wraps up what I'm all about too. I mean, it's I think that if people set their mind to it, you can do just about anything. I mean, you have to be flexible and sometimes go with the flow. But I think somebody in LA told me, that was with a successful music publishing company, said, sometimes it's just a game of last man standing. And it's like, I mean, you have to be good. You have to have talent and be good. But a lot of people drop out. They think, all right, I've been at this a couple years. I'm not a huge major signed artist, so they give up. But, I mean, if you stick with something, I mean, you get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
You start to know more people in the business. And, from radio, a lot of times it's just networking. And you just get better at your craft. I mean, experience, I mean, you're an experienced DJ. I'm sure that you have an edge over people just out of Specs Howard.
Maybe a little.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's the same with doing music.
Okay.
It's like you're in a field for a long time, you just get better at it, and the persistence, and then people get to know you and all that.
Mm-hmm. So how long have you been doing this?
Not as long as you would think, really. I didn't sing anything until I was almost 30 years old. And now I'm in my 40s, but I played the piano as a kid, but that's all I did. I didn't write. I didn't even write my first song until like 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, doors just opened for me, you know. I was so happy that.
Why do you think that? I mean, first of all, jumping in that late, it's hard to get the doors to open. You know, you haven't been, you know, established and get things going. So, what do you think was the, you know, the turning point, or what? How did these doors start opening? What do you think was the reasoning?
Well, I mean, you know, I get into a lot of deep philosophical stuff, but I mean, in a way, it's your attitude, your approach. But I think that everybody has like a calling, you know, and music and doing something creative is scary. You know, I mean, I was naturally a shy person as a kid. Oh yeah, and you know, for me to really go with my passion, I mean, music was always my passion. So to really go with it and embrace, you know, these gifts that I had no part in getting, you know, I don't know why, but I just am able to do these things, and people seem to like it, so I was like, okay. But to get up in front of people and do that, and to really perfect your craft, and to put it out there on a national or international level and face all the rejection, and, you know, I mean, it took me a long time to get brave enough to really go with my true passion, which is music. You know, I did go to art school. You know, I worked as a freelance graphic designer for a while. I worked for, you know, a couple companies. I've done other things. You know, I'm also, you know, a college instructor for English. But, you know, my real passion in my heart of hearts is music. So I guess I just went with it, and, you know, it's like when you're true to yourself, it seems, to me, it seemed like when I was true to myself, that made the doors open. I wasn't being something that I wasn't. I was being who I really am. It's like, okay, I'll go with this, all right.
And at that point, I would think that it's like, this is who I am. You know, if you don't like it, then that's not my problem. I'm going to move on and do what I love, and it probably
I mean, in theory, that sounds good in theory. But I mean, you know, if anybody criticizes you, or you know, I mean, it's hard. You know, it's hard. And sometimes I curl up in a little ball for a little while, and then I come back. You know, it's all about bouncing back. You know, I mean, I'm very sensitive. Very sensitive. I mean, you know, things people say really get to me, and you know, but then I just have to look at it more closely, like, okay, that's their problem. You know, if they're going to be competitive or whatever, it's not me. You know, I'm just doing my thing. You know,
let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And get out of my way.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we hear a song?
Okay.
You play for us.
Oh, wait. Strap on here.
And I noticed this is your latest CD. Just came out a few months ago, didn't it?
Last year. Yep.
Last year?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, last year. And this one is from the CD. It's called Natural.
All right.
And this one is getting a little bit of radio play on some stations around the country. And it's called Natural. Coming out of the rain, the bright horizon full frame, I slipped right out of the skin that was tattered and thin to let you love me again. Without you I survived, but good times felt so contrived. Now on some sweet wave of grace, you're back my way, so I can love you again. You and me, yeah, we got it down. You see, yeah, 'cause it's a natural state. I love the natural way we fall into place here together naturally, fitting just like two spoons, our voices in perfect tune. You and I are just right, like a band so tight, we feel each other's moves. 'cause it's a natural state. I love the natural way we fall into place here together naturally. You're my right arm and I need you like butterflies need wings to be beautiful. 'Cause it's a natural state. I love the natural way we fall into place here together naturally. Yeah, 'cause we're a natural state. I love the natural way we fall into place here together naturally.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Angela Freedom with Natural from the latest album, CD, whatever, called Will. Just came out this past year, so good stuff on here.
Thanks.
Very nice. I want to talk to you about, we kind of talked about before we went on the air, we're talking about local and, national and that stuff, but you have had your music in some very interesting places. And I'm just going to go down the list and we talk about all these, but Dance Moms, which I think is off the air at this point, or if I
Is it?
remember. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Oh.
So much trouble with the leader of that show. Dance Moms. One of the gals did a routine to your song Epiphany. You were on the ABC Family Show Switched at Birth. The Voice. Someone must have sang your a song on The Voice.
No, that was a background.
Background. Okay.
Yeah.
Still The Voice.
Yeah.
Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. You've done commercials, The American in Prime Time from Ron Howard. I mean, you're a local musician, and so this is pretty impressive. You've got your music on these shows and doing these things.
Yeah.
So how does that all come about?
Yeah, I'm really thrilled about that too.
And that's
Well, most of those have come from music libraries.
oh, okay.
Out of New York and California. And so they're, libraries of, thousands and thousands of songs. And, so these music supervisors for the shows, music supervisors are the people that choose the music. And so, maybe they work with the staff there. I don't know, maybe they get recommendations or something. But so they just have to find the right fit, and I have, let's see, like 4 albums now.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the way I look at it. If you, let's say there's a library. If you've written one book, the chances of it being checked out, whatever. But if you've written 100 books, the chances that they're being checked out are a lot more,
right.
So anyways, I do have a lot of songs out there. Like the one that got the biggest feature was Epiphany on Dance Moms, and I never would have thought that song would get anywhere. Never. I mean,
Amazing,
it's a pretty song. It's a ballad. It's the furthest thing from like a pop hit. And when I was doing it, I knew it wasn't. It's just something I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was just a song that I was feeling, and I did, just to be artistic, And yeah, so it's really, with music supervisors, it's really about the fit. They're looking for a song about pumpkins. Somebody's probably got a song about pumpkins. I don't, but
Get on that, will you, Angela? You never know.
I mean,
Before
if they want me
Halloween.
to write one, I'll write one. I do have a song about voodoo, but anyways, yeah.
Okay.
So I do have a variety of topics and subjects, and they're in these music libraries, and they've been found that way.
When you say that, it's like, well, first of all, they've got thousands of songs to go
Yeah.
through, so you must have to have the words
Yeah,
the
it
search
must be
engine,
something they're
something.
looking for. Well, I mean, I do have to keyword them all.
Yeah,
And they're
okay.
searchable by lyrics and all this. And you
Okay.
know what? I mean, I'm a little bit in the dark about it, to be honest, because for some of them, for like Switch to Birth, that's a big show, and it's a good library that comes from a library called Crucial Music. But anyways, it's a really good library, and they were nice enough to tell me. Most of the other ones I didn't know. Like Dance
they
Moms.
don't tell you?
No, no.
What?
Like the Dance Moms thing. So this little girl must have practiced this routine like tons.
Yeah.
Nobody. Somebody wrote in a YouTube comment. I didn't even have a video of that song yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like on something else I had, like a demo reel, they put a comment in. They used your song on Dance Moms. That's how I found out.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I know. So I'm totally in the dark about it. I don't know, but you know what?
Well,
I'll take it.
Don't you get royalty checks for that?
It takes a long time.
Okay.
I haven't gotten a dime from Dance Moms yet. That aired June. Last
Okay.
June. So it hasn't been a year. I mean, usually it's 6 to 9 months. And then there were some international advertisements that I got that I did know about that.
Okay. Well, it seems like they would have to let you know, we're going to use your song.
Yeah.
I mean, just to use it. I mean, although if it's in the library, I guess it's free range. Just pick one and use it. You don't really have to tell them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that, the music supervisors, a lot of times putting the music in for some of these other shows is like a last minute thing.
Oh, okay.
They got all their other stuff done, all the other things they have to coordinate, and then it's like, well, what can we put here?
Okay.
So it's kind of a last final production thing, so I don't think they have time to go and email the artists, things like that.
When you say that, I think, a lot of times a show, a movie, or whatever, the music maker can make or break it.
Yeah.
So I would think they would want to spend more time, getting the right song.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of them I was notified. I mean, my song, another song of mine was in the closing credits for an independent film, and they worked that out with me all ahead of time,
Okay.
and so I knew about that, and that was great, Yeah, I mean, closing credits, I think that's like the best for a movie,
Yeah, most people, like if it was in a major movie, most people leave when the credits start rolling. But if your name's coming up, it's like, I'm going to sit here and watch my name roll across the screen. So.
Or no, but the music that's playing as the credits are rolling by.
Yeah. Well, you still get credit for that, don't they? Have that in
Oh
there?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just cool that everybody
yeah.
knows that's when the movie ends because it's my song.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, good for you. So you
thanks.
you have to get your music into these music libraries for the music supervisors.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I mean, what made you all of a sudden thought, well, I need to figure this out and get my music out there? I mean, a lot of musicians probably don't even realize how to do that, or what the steps are to get your music in there.
Yeah. Back when when I started putting music out was maybe 2006, 2007, 2008. My first album was the end of 2008. That's when Sonic Bids was kind of starting. Do you know that website?
Mm-hmm.
So my first things I got through Sonic Bids, they were all, that's licensing is a booming business, or it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's like a .com thing and it's peaked. I don't think it's peaked. It's kind of almost like the new A&R, So there were all these companies that started, we can do music licensing, and how do, they got to get music. So they put out calls, and they asked for submissions. So I would submit stuff through Sonic Bids, and, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's part luck, but it's part not luck. I mean, film and TV, a certain type of writing does better with it,
Mm-hmm.
Like, so let's say you have something like country music or folk where they have really specific visual things in their songs. Like, I'm sitting at the desk with my black tablecloth. That's not really going to work for like 99.9% of images. Like, let's say, they need something in a movie or whatever. So my songs are mostly about feelings. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I'm feeling good, or I'm feeling bad, or, whatever it is. And that can translate to a bunch of different visuals.
Right.
So my music, I mean, that's the way I naturally write. So that's the way I naturally write. So I kind of fell into that slot, and it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Well, good
Well,
for you.
so far, you know, I mean, I'm looking to get
Well, come on, that's
more.
that's some impressive things there that
Yeah.
you know, you've been your music has been put on. So, yeah, good for you.
Well,
And
thanks.
especially, like you said, you haven't been doing it that long.
Yeah, I was so lucky too. Like, you know, Sonic Bids, you know, back in like 2007 was something I submitted to. Somebody bought, actually, and you know, and that doesn't happen much, where they actually buy your song, the rights and everything. Somebody in LA for Telepictures, they did the Ellen show, and they bought one of the first songs I ever wrote. It was like, I think it was the second song I ever wrote in my life, and somebody
Wow.
bought it and paid me a bunch of cash for it. It's like, wow. And you know what? That's like the last time that happened.
Do you?
You know,
Of
but
course,
it's
you give
okay
up.
because I want to own. I mean, I own all the rest
I was
of my
gonna say
music.
you
but
give up
that
the
one,
rights for that. Once you do
Yeah.
that, you know, then
Yeah.
you know that would be
Yeah.
kind of disheartening. You all of a sudden this major motion picture or something, and your song is the theme song for it, and you're like, I don't own that anymore. That would be kind of
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
to take. But I suppose when you're starting out and someone gives you a bunch of cash for a song, it's like
I mean, it wasn't a huge bunch of cash, you know, but I mean, it was more than anybody else was giving me for a song, you know, which is nothing, you know. So,
so you were way ahead.
yeah. So that was good. So I just, you know, yeah, I guess I was somewhat in the right place at the right time
Okay.
because I was submitting the material as a lot of these libraries were starting to come up,
Mhm.
and they were new libraries and they were looking for music.
Okay.
So I got in at the right time, and once you're in, you keep sending them stuff, and they don't like accept or reject every new piece. You know,
Mhm.
once they accept one, they'll take it all.
Oh, because they never know down the line what song will fit where. You know, they better to have them
Yeah.
in their
Yeah,
library
yeah.
and ready to go in case. So
Yeah, for the
makes a lot
most
of sense.
part,
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes a lot of sense. How about another song?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. What you got for us?
Let's see.
Capo?
Yeah. Do you play the guitar?
I wouldn't say play. I have a guitar.
But you know what a cabo is, so you're
well,
halfway there.
Well, I do know a few chords. I've just, my daughter wanted to, she said, can I borrow your guitar? She wanted to play and learn, so I let her have it. So she had it for a few years, but she moved away, and I said, the guitar stays if you don't mind. And she ended up getting her own guitar, which is cool, but I really need to pull it out of the closet, and I really need to learn you know,
Yeah.
and play with it, but not there right now.
So this is a newer song. I haven't even really. Wait a minute, let me reposition it. I haven't recorded this one yet on a CD.
Okay. Are you working on a whole new CD at this point?
I'm always writing. And then when I get enough, it's like, all right, I guess I should like record these, you know. So yeah. Okay, so this song is. I really like this song. I feel like it's really important to me, and you know, I feel like it really says something. So in music, you know, like I said, there's a lot of rejection and stuff, and you know, creative people in general are the most insecure bunch of people, myself included. We're all self-doubting, and oh my God, I'm not good enough. You know, I mean, and we all feel like that. You know. So, but I
think more than just
that-
creative people. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, especially, you know, in music, you know, I mean, there's so much rejection and everything. So anyways, this song is called Beautiful Truth, and it's basically like who you are is who you're supposed to be, and everybody has this spark in them, and, you know, some people try to be something else, you know, like, oh, I should be like Carrie Underwood, or I should be, it's like, no, what we all are is different. We all have our own path, and if you're true to yourself, you know, it works out.
Yeah.
So that's what this song's about.
Nice. All right. Angela Preto.
Scenes play out in your head, and still you blame yourself. You can't stop feeling lonely, like if only, but forget all that. I know, despite all your doubting, there's a beautiful truth in you. You already are tight for the ride. You hang on for your life. It's a real roller coaster. It's cutthroat here, but you'll fly strong. I know, but I'm doubting. There's a beautiful truth in you. You already are all that you hope to be. Your beautiful truth rings clear. Only you can be who you are. Only you can give what you do. Tune into your whispering heart, and your own sweet self comes right through. I know, despite all your doubting, there's a beautiful truth in you. You already are all that you hope to be. Your beautiful truth rings clear.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Beautiful truth. I love the title in itself.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about that song. I had that song in the back of my head for like 6 months, like the idea,
Oh.
you know. So it's like, all right, I gotta write this, and I intimidated myself. It's like, all right, it's gotta be good, you know. So
Are
that
you-
was what I came up with.
Are you hard on yourself when you're writing songs?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super hard on myself. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I'll write something, I'll totally scrap it if I don't feel like it's really good. You know, I mean, and like this CD, I mean, it's not cheap. You know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
so not the production of the physical CD, but I mean, you know, I mean, some of it I use recording studios. You know, I pay musicians, and you know, the mixing and mastering is professional, and so
Yeah.
I feel like I don't really go with any song that I feel like is mediocre. I mean, I feel like they all have to be really solid.
Mhm.
So if I don't feel like it's good enough, I'll keep working on it. I mean, I'm totally a perfectionist. That's really my secret, is I'm a perfectionist, and I'm really hard on myself. And you know.
You know, I think most musicians are.
Yeah.
You know, and because, I mean, when you put a song out there, that's exposing yourself almost, you know, so,
Yeah.
you know, it better be good. I mean, I would think in a musician's mind, you know, I can't put something out there that, you know, people will say, well, that really is not a good song, you know, obviously, but then I guess it's in the eye of the beholder too, but
Yeah.
you want to feel confident that the things you're putting out are
Yeah, and you know,
worthwhile.
it's all about revising. You know, I mean, it's writing. You know, so when you're writing,
Okay.
it's all about revising, and you know, the first thing you come up with, you know, you're lucky if that's the best. You know, I mean, usually you can improve on it.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, you know, you're a writer, you've written
Mhm.
books and stuff. I mean, don't you find that you revise?
Oh, yes. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, so writing songs,
Yeah.
I mean, I revise the melody, I revise the chords, I revise the words. I mean, I just keep doing it until I wake up one day and I feel like, all right,
That's good.
I like that.
Do you ever go back to the CDs that have already been produced and out there and think that song, you know, to rewrite it, you want to rewrite it, or you don't even go back that way, you just move forward? Is that typical?
I kind of move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably
yeah.
a good idea. You could be
I mean,
stuck, you know.
I'm proud of my, you know, all the, you know, I've done a lot of songs, and I'm proud of the work in my catalog, and it's great, you know. I mean, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's great. The word, you know, it's all not great by my standards now because I've gotten better than my first album, you know.
Well, I think people will understand that the difference between your first album and for you now the fourth album,
Yeah.
there should be some improvement. You know, if there
Yeah,
not it's like,
yeah.
you know, what am I not doing here? I mean,
Yeah.
you're not 100% the first time you do something. I mean, you learn and, you know, you realize, oh, this could have been better this way, or whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would hope that people improve as they put more albums
Yeah,
out.
and I'm really learning the art of songwriting. You know, I think the people that are the best at anything, really one of the keys is knowing that you still have a lot to learn.
Mm.
So I never rest on my laurels. You know, I mean, I know that there are a lot of people who are phenomenal songwriters, and that's my goal. You know,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
Diane Warren, you
Oh,
know,
great
somebody like
songwriter,
that.
yeah.
You know, and you know, people that just write really great songs. And so, you know, I'm always striving to do better. And,
Mhm.
you know I don't know everything, and I'm always trying to learn.
When you get to that point, you think, there's nowhere else, you know, I can't go up anymore, then
Then what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm stuck. You know, you can't have that
Yeah.
mindset that I've done it all or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a journey, you know. I mean, I do it because I love it, you know. I mean, and about writing, it's like, it's really a balance between, you know, honesty, you know, it's being honest, and it's also making it commercially viable.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so you can't really have a 9-minute song, you know. I mean, and
It's not like the 70s anymore. The
yeah, I
album
mean, you
size,
can't
yeah.
just babble on and on. I mean, it has to somewhat fit a certain format.
Mhm.
I feel like songwriting is a little bit like playing Scrabble. It's like
Playing Scrabble?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
let's hear
because
this.
you have. Well, have you played Scrabble?
Oh, I love Scrabble.
yeah, yeah. So it's like there's points, and there's certain things that are better than others, and you have to arrange these. You know, you know what
Okay.
you want to do, but you have to arrange them in a way, and certain ways are more advantageous or
Mhm.
better than others. So let's say I want to write a song about the Penobscot building. You know, I mean, there are ways that a pro songwriter, like let's say one of the great Nashville writers, could write a killer song about it.
Mhm.
You know, and
Okay.
then super amateurs, you know, may, you know, it's like we all have a lot to learn.
Right, right, right.
So, yeah, you're trying to arrange your thoughts to fit in this certain formula, to fit in the spaces
I
on
like
Scrabble.
I like the comparison there with the
Does that
Scrabble
make
game.
sense?
No,
Or
that
is it
makes
just
a lot
weird?
of sense.
Is it just weird? Okay.
I don't know if everyone else gets. I get that. That makes a lot of
Well,
sense.
you have to make your lines fit the rhythm,
right,
which
right.
is very, it's like trying to make it fit on the Scrabble
Yeah, when
board,
you say that too, I'm thinking, okay, can I use all 7 tiles? You know, at one
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to get the most points, you know, whatever. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I've never heard it compared to Scrabble game, but I like that one.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, I am going to jump to our Pam exam. Some questions. So, and just off the top of your head, first things that come to mind. So, first record you ever bought?
This sounds kind of self-centered, but I think it was, I think it was Angie by the Rolling Stones.
Why would that be self-centered?
Because my name's Angie.
But still,
I know,
mean,
but it's a great song. Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
we're
I
gonna
love
go.
that
We're gonna
song.
go with the fact that
Yeah.
you thought the Stones were great. You
I
thought
do.
That was a
Oh,
great
yeah,
song,
I'm a huge
not
Stones
because
fan.
it was your name.
But I was a little kid. I was
Oh,
a little
okay.
kid,
Okay.
so it
You
had
wrote
that
a song
draw.
about me. Is that what you were thinking?
No,
of?
no.
Okay.
I knew it wasn't about me, but I thought, oh, my name's on that song. That's cool.
That's cool. That's
And
interesting.
then I realized, wow, like after I bought it, I learned what a great song it was. So funny.
was that,
So that was the first record.
talking about the song on that? Did you was there a particular song or something that really inspired you to do this? I mean, even though it was later in life for you, was there something that
I would say
what was it that made you realize this was your passion?
playing. I mean, just the energy that goes through you when you're playing music. I mean, and really the first things that made me feel like that were mostly classical music,
Mhm,
you know?
mhm.
I mean, because I play the piano, and I mean, good music is good music, you know?
Right.
And then I was a huge Stones fan, and Beatles, love the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
So it made me feel. And then when I played, I just felt, you know, it's like a drug, you know? I mean, you feel amazing. So that really, I mean, I'd say the Beatles were a big influence when I was when I was real young, that made me realize this makes me feel something
Mhm.
inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Beatles did that to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. First concert you ever attended?
Well, it was downtown here at Cobo Arena, and it
Mm.
was Van Halen
Oh,
with David Lee Roth.
rocker.
So I was pretty, I was pretty young. Yeah, I went with my older cousin, and it was fun.
Oh, interesting. What is your favorite non-music pastime?
Let's see, my favorite non-music. Well, probably just spending time with my family. You know.
Yeah, you have two girls.
Yeah, 2 girls, and I'm married, and you know, I mean, yeah, they are just so wonderfully supportive, and
Good.
yeah, it's great.
And now the new puppy. We were talking about
Yeah,
that earlier.
yeah, I have a little German Shepherd puppy, and
Aw.
so yeah.
All right. Spending time with the family. It's always a good one. Do you have a most memorable music moment?
Most memorable, like my music or others, or
Either or.
let's see. Not really. No, sorry, I can't think of anything. I'd have to think about it. There's so
Okay. Well, you haven't been doing that long, so there's still time to come
I
up
don't have
with
any
one.
times when I fell off a stage or anything like that.
jeez.
So,
God, I hope not.
yeah, nothing. Nothing like
I
that.
remember asking a few people that question, and it was like when they met somebody. That was a big thing for some people that really made them make a turn into the music business or something. So, but
Most memorable music moment.
think about it. All right, we'll move
Yeah.
on. If there is any one person that you would like to collaborate with musically, and at this point they could be dead or alive, who would that be?
You know, I'm a huge Bruno Mars fan.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I mean, him or Meghan Trainor. I think
Oh.
they're both absolutely amazing new artists, and
Okay.
yeah, I would love to collaborate with either one of them.
That'd be good.
Yeah, they're both
could see you
amazing,
with
amazing
Bruno.
writers, amazing singers. You know.
I think your voice would go well with Bruno. I can see you two up on stage somewhere.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very talented. Good. Do you have a pet peeve?
Let's see. Pet peeve. People that don't really listen to music before they make a judgment about it.
Oh.
I guess my pet peeve is people that decide what music they like by an artist's image as opposed to the music. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like there's always those people that are like, oh, I like this band until they got popular. You know, it's like, but everybody else liked them too. That's why they got popular. You know what I mean? It's like
It's kind of a weird statement.
Oh yeah, there's those people like that though. They want to like the obscure,
Excuse me.
or other people, maybe just like somebody's image,
Okay.
and they don't necessarily connect with the music, But so I mean, I guess my pet peeve would be people that judge music by anything other than music.
That makes a lot of sense as a musician. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. And then if you were a spice, what would it be?
Spice.
Yes.
I think I would be some type of pepper or paprika because, I come off nice, but I really have I definitely, have some edge to me, and but in a pleasant way. So let's say paprika.
Paprika. There you go. All right, that's the Pam exams. Just a few questions. We'll get a little deeper into what Angela is all about. Now, we talked about you had 4 CDs out, and you said you're always writing. And do you have quite a bit of music that you could put another one out soon? I mean, this one just came out, so you have time. But
I mean, I definitely have enough to make a CD of songs I don't like as much. Well,
what would you call that?
No, that would be one I wouldn't do.
Second rate.
But I mean, I guess, I don't have enough for a full CD of songs I feel like are really killer yet. But I'm working on it. And I'm always
and you
writing.
do this full time. I mean, you have a family, obviously, and it takes a lot of your time and stuff. But and you still teach, or no?
That's an interesting question because for the past several years, I've been an adjunct English instructor
Right.
for English as a second language, and so adjuncts are like freelance. We're like as needed.
Oh.
So some semesters I'm almost full time.
Okay.
You know, like some semesters I might be teaching 12 credits or 9 credits or 6 or none. Like, so right now, this semester, I'm teaching none. Because just enrollment fluctuates, and, you know,
I
the
see.
full-time staff get the
Okay.
classes. But, you know, it's okay with me because, you know, it gives me more time to do the music and
Music,
promote
yeah.
the music and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like being out live? Is that a focus that we were talking about a
Yeah,
little
you know, I
earlier?
haven't had a lot of time, you know, I mean, to do a whole night of live music takes a lot of practice, you know? It does. And
well, you are a musician. You should practice, I suppose. But
I should.
you mean rehearsals, getting like a whole band together? And
Yeah,
all, okay,
yeah, it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, and up until this point, I just haven't had that kind of time to dedicate to that.
Okay.
You know, but like I told you, I mean, my real passion is writing and creating. So I mean, you know, I would like to get out live more, but really where I've been for the past several years is like a little bit of live playing because I get bored with this. It's like, this song is so last year, you know? I mean, I'm always like, new. Oh, I got a new one, you know? And it's like always changing, and it's always changing. And, you know, if you have a band and you're trying to put together live shows, I think I would drive people insane, you know? It's like, she got another new one. We got to learn this, we got to learn that. But I love the act of creating more than performing stuff I wrote 3 years ago. But if if my songs get to the point that people want to hear that, you know, those artists that it's like somebody always wants to hear that one song that was popular 20 years ago.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd be happy to do that. That'd be great. You know, I'll definitely give the people what they want if they want that. But but I love writing and creating.
Which makes me think, you know, you talked about you would love to collaborate with Bruno Mars, but and this could be Bruno could be the answer here too. But is there someone that you would just love to see up on stage singing one of your songs?
Well,
especially if you I mean, you like the writing part of it. And
so let's see, someone that would be singing. Well, I'm trying to write songs that would, you know, kind of cross genres and be able to be sung by a lot of different people. So I guess let's just say I'm not picky.
Okay.
I mean, if somebody felt a connection to one of my songs, I don't care if they're unknown or if they're huge. You know, I mean, I would be flattered if they liked one of my songs enough. But Bruno Mars singing one of my songs, or like a co-write, if me and Bruno Mars collaborated, we co-wrote something, he can sing it, that's cool. That'd be great.
That'd be great. I know he doesn't get, has he been touring in Detroit? I don't remember if he was just here or something.
I don't know, I think he was here over a year ago, but I don't know if it's been recently.
Yeah. Well, he needs to get back here. I've not seen him live, or so I don't know.
I haven't either, yeah.
But yeah, he's very talented. So.
Oh yeah, it's like a big stadium show, I'm sure. And, yeah.
We have time for another song if you have one available. I would love to hear another two.
Okay.
Okay, you played something off your latest, the Will album, and then you played something that was new.
Yeah, because I can't stop with the new.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is another song from this album.
Okay.
It's called Extra Day. And now this is an example of the writing thing and the revising. This song, I had this idea, which ended up to be the first line, but it used to have a completely different chorus, and the song went somewhere totally different, and I revised it multiple times, and I finally not settled, but I finally went with what I have now. But this song was rewritten a ton.
And this one is?
It's called Extra Day.
Extra Day, okay.
That's out of tune. Sorry.
Can't be out of tune.
Yeah.
There's musicians out there going, oh no!
That's a little better. It's not great, but you know, what are you gonna do? I want to make a new day between Tuesday and Wednesday and bounce right out of the week. The clock would strike 12 at last and we'd steal away so fast, a day for just you and me. Just like our own private island, 'cause I need hours with you to extend. I want an extra day for you. I'd love to sidestep time, just us. And we could slip off nice and smooth. 24 hours with my sweet crush, a new day for you. Feeling bright as a daisy, would show up on Wednesday without missing a beat. My heart would be fully fed, my thirst for you newly quenched, our sweet secret to keep. I wanna take you and withdraw. I wanna pause the whole world, because I want an extra day for you. I'd love to sidestep time, just us. And we could slip off nice and smooth. 24 hours with my sweet crush, a new day for you. Our time is never enough. Let's cross the date line and just run off. I need more you, but life just takes more me. Let's jump into this opening. For you, I'd love to sidestep time, just us. And we could slip off nice and smooth. 24 hours with my sweet crush, a new day for you.
Nice. Extra Day from the new Will album. This is a great picture too.
Oh, thanks.
You were saying this was up in Tawas?
Yeah.
Great, Michigan.
Yeah, Tawas
we know Tawas.
Point. Yeah, Tawas Point State Park. I think up there, I think that might say Tawas.
Really?
I don't know. That's what I've heard. I'm not really sure, but I've heard. Yeah.
Okay.
So Tawas, whatever, State Park, the point, whatever.
Point, yeah.
And my husband took that picture. He's a photographer, and
It's a great picture.
yeah, we went out there on the beach, and it was windy and
Looks like the
cold.
sun is kind of setting a little bit with the way the lighting on there.
Yeah, it was late in the day, and yeah,
We love our lakes here.
we sure do. I love those lakes.
Do you get to go visit around the state much, or?
Yeah, I go up to Oscoda a lot, and and swimming in Lake Huron is it's an acquired taste. It's like you have to develop that tolerance. You get at first it's like hurting cold. It's like, okay, ow, my feet hurt, and but then later in the year it's like, okay, you can get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then like by July, August, it's like, all right, it only takes a minute to get used to it. So.
Well, it's not like
That's
Lake
great.
Superior. You can, year
Yeah,
round is
yeah.
ice cold. It seems like.
Yeah, it's great though. No sharks, no worries.
Oh
about
yeah,
any of
no
that.
salty, yucky.
Yeah,
The salty film.
and and then it doesn't ruin our bathing suits.
There you go.
We
We
don't
love
have
our water.
Yeah, we do.
We love our Michigan,
Yeah.
and we love our musicians, local musicians. So what's on the horizon for Angela? Anything?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to be playing Crazy Wisdom in the summer in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, great little place.
Yep, I'm going to be playing. So that's coming up in the summer, and I am going next month. I'm going to a songwriting expo in California called Durango. So it's a really cool opportunity. So I'm going to fly out there, and everybody's kind of holed up in a Marriott for a few days, and we all get to have music industry people listen to our songs.
Oh, nice.
So there's like music
Wow.
publishers and licensing people and all that. So, and I mean, people, think I've done well with licensing and all that. It's like I actively seek it out.
Mhm.
I mean, I know some people are super lucky and they get a phone call. It's like, hey, we're going to use your song. It's like, I've worked it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm actively seeking out these people and like, hey, check out my stuff, and
This sounds like a
So-
great opportunity. So there'll be people there that will want your music for whatever projects.
I
they're
hope
working.
they want it.
Yeah.
But I mean, but they'll hear it. They'll hear it,
Yeah.
and then we all get a chance to perform. And it's a good expo because it's limited. You know, the amount of people coming,
Okay.
the amount of artists is limited. So you know they can't have 2,000 people.
Oh, right.
I mean, they only have you know a couple hundred, and then I guess everybody is able to perform, and everybody's able to have 3 different industry experts listen to their music. So
That's impressive. That's really
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
helpful.
So I'm excited about that.
Have you done this before, or is this the first time?
No, nope. Somebody in Nashville recommended it to me,
Okay.
and
Well, good luck with that.
I
Yeah.
guess that's where you know, and they're just going with this now. You know, it's like if one thing happens, that, but they're promoting it like this is where Meghan Trainor was signed. You know, so
Oh.
and she's huge now, and she's a
Yeah.
fantastic writer. And I mean, I'm not, you know, expecting anything like that to happen.
But if someone approaches you and wants to sign you to a national label, you would jump on it.
yeah, or even, I mean, I would be happy to get a publishing deal. I mean, I would like to get a
Oh,
publishing
okay.
deal, which is you're a signed writer. And, you know, you write for, I mean, let's say if Sony signs you, then you write for different artists on Sony's label, or you co-write with those artists
Okay.
or whatever. But they do a lot of that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that kind of thing.
That would be cool.
So-
I mean, can you do it from here? You wouldn't have to move out to California or something, would you?
No, you can do it from anywhere. I mean, it's just
Okay.
writing
Yeah.
songs. I know that a lot of these publishing companies will fly people around. You know, it's like it's like, oh, you're going to write with Colby Calais, so then they, you know, they would have one of their staff writers meet with her and
Okay.
like, what's on your mind? Let's make up a cool song about that.
Oh.
You know, so I would love to do that kind of thing.
That would be fun.
Yeah, yeah, it'd
And
be
hopefully
great.
the time when you do get together, you know, if Colby is sitting there, that you are able to have the juices flowing to write something. Or do
Yeah.
they expect it right away, or you just kind of get the back and forth, you know, this is what I'm looking
think,
for?
I think it's all different, and it probably depends. But I know that you know, music publishers, you know, that's something I would like to explore.
Yeah.
You know, as possibly a
Well,
publishing
at least
deal like
get
that.
you know, get the networking and, you know, let them know who you
Yeah.
are and that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know, that's the first step, obviously. You know,
Yeah, there's a lot of really great writers out there. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's really competitive. But you know, it's in a way, it's like that's why I've had some success with film and TV. It's like I can write, but I can sing. So it's like if I can't get famous people, or if I can't get signed artists to sing my songs, I'll just sing them myself.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they get somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll take whatever
Yeah.
whatever the
Well,
path
it's-
leads. I'll take it, you know.
So when is this happening?
That's next month, end of
Okay.
February, and then
Okay.
you know, I'm doing some booking now. I'm just starting to look into like summer festival booking.
Okay.
I don't have anything firmed up yet. I mean, I'm trying to do like the Ann Arbor Art Fair, things like that.
Yeah. Well, the Ann Arbor Summer Festival, they've been it's been all over the internet trying
Yeah,
to get
top
people
of the park.
yeah,
Yeah.
get your submissions in there. Or actually, they're having people vote. Who are the 3 people or bands would you like to see?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
getting the peers to get involved with that one. So, well, good. All right. So you've got a great songwriting event coming up. That should be interesting, and
Yeah.
have lots of business cards with you. And
Yeah, yeah, and
CDs,
just
yeah.
networking with other people, you know, in the music industry
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be good.
Okay. And of course, we heard the new song, so I mean, you're constantly writing. Most musicians are.
Yeah.
So doing that. And all right. Want to make sure that people know to find out if you know where you're playing, or you know, to get your music. It's all at your website,
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
We mentioned that Angela Freedom, PREDHOMME.com.
Ooh, you didn't even look at anything and you remember that. That's great.
I'm not sure why, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and it's a good website too. So everything is there.
thanks.
You can find her, and everything you need to know about Angela will be there. So I appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, well, thanks so much for asking me.
Yeah.
It's been, I really appreciate everything you do for local music. It's wonderful.
I
you
try.
know?
I don't know why it's you know
Yeah.
I seem to be the one to do it. So I'm happy to. You know, there's so much
Yeah.
talent.
Well, you know,
here
the
in the Motor
media
City.
is a powerful tool, you know? I mean, broadcast.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, nowadays, you know, the radio has changed quite a bit, but, you know, we, you know, find these different avenues so we can still do that. So I'm
Yeah, it's great.
happy to do this, and this should be a good thing. So I'm looking forward to it. And for those of you watching, make sure you, you know, get your videos to us at DetroitMusicStation.com. And of course, I'm going to have local musicians here as well. So looking for guests. The thing is, I'm only doing this once a week at this point, so I kind of have to do one time a week before I know it. I've only got 3 or 4 or 5 a month, and that's it. So that's going to be tough, but we'll see how it goes. So again, thank you so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. Love your voice, and
Thanks.
your songwriting is
Thanks so
the
much.
key to go. So
And yeah, thank you for being part of DetroitMusicStation.com.
yeah.
Yeah, what a great thing. Yeah, I mean, there's so much good music coming out of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Howard Hertz, the attorney?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said, I think I read something he wrote about there's more signed artists that come out of Detroit than anywhere else. And I might be wrong with something there, but he said something like that. The point is, Detroit has tons of
Yes,
talent to
yes.
offer, and there's a lot of really great music here. So I'm really happy about Detroit
Yeah.
Music Station.
Yeah, there's, if we can give these artists another avenue to share their music and let
Yeah.
everyone know about it, then great. I'm happy to do
Yeah.
it.
Thanks.
I'm happy to do it. So, all right, next week I will have Larry James Rainier on. Do you know Larry?
No.
Okay.
I should though.
Another local artist, so he will be the guest for next week. So look forward to that. And then I'm going to try to get things up on social media, schedule or whatever. But we're still in the beginning stages of this, and getting the tweaks out and figuring it all out. But it's a great way to let everyone hear your music if you are local. Southeast Michigan is basically what we're going to stick with. So, and prime example with Angela. So, all right. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, do appreciate that. And we'll do it again next Tuesday from noon till 1, and down the line. And you'll be able to see these as we can roll them throughout, so you'll be able to go back and see it again. So the on demand will be there. That you can see the information and the artists that I will have on each week, and there should be a contact there as well on the website to find me. And of course, you can find me all over the internet somewhere. You can get in touch with me, so let me know if you're a local musician, and I'll be part of the Pam Rossi Show, and we'll try and get you on here. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week.
Thanks. Thanks for appreciating local music.